Welcome back to Tickets Please, everyone. There's a news video here for you. Got Carson with me. He's going to listen as I spout some news at him about the theme park, mainly Disney and Universal. We'll start with a softball, Carson. Do you know the ride Autopia in Disneyland? I know you haven't been on it, but do you know of it?
No, I don't.
It is. Do you know the ride in Magic Kingdom that's like go-karts, but you're on?
Yeah.
It's in Tomorrowland, but you can't. It's like a terrible ride because you like can't do anything. The ride in Disneyland is better because it's like you just kind of like stroll around in a car. It's like cruising. It's more the vibe than go-karts. But the news, and this is kind of old for May, but by 2027, all the cars will be electric. So that's pretty fun.
Well, that is really cool, actually. I like that.
That is great for the cast members because when I was there, the gas fumes were giving me a headache. So I imagine the new electric vehicles will be much better.
And you'd be getting paid the same. You'd probably be getting paid the same thing for any other dang location.
And I hope they make the cars easier to get into because I'm 5'10" and my wife is 2.5, 3. And we both fell into the cars because they're so low to the ground and hard to get into. But electric vehicles by 2027, they'll also be redesigned. Right now, they're designed to look like they're from the 90s. I don't think they're designed to look like they're from the 90s. I think they were redesigned in the 90s, and they just kind of have that aesthetic still.
Consequentially.
But it was fun.
Stuck there.
I'm excited to see the new ones on that. And then, Carson, personal news for you. Have you heard about they're changing one of your favorite rides? Any guesses?
No, which one?
It is one of your favorite rides. It was on the list of the Magic Kingdom that we first did when we were ranking Magic Kingdom rides about moving forward in time.
Called the Carousel of Progress? Or Tomorrow?
Yes. The Carousel of Progress, a great, big, beautiful Tomorrow. They are changing this ride. We don't know exactly what they're changing it to, but they're updating the ride. They're adding more. I assume they're the mainly the future one where they were stuck in the 90s, but it was the future. It was kind of fun. I imagine that won't be changed. But they're also probably talk about AI, which is a bummer, but other stuff. But yeah, they're changing the Carousel of Progress. So it closes. Stupid. Closes.
But that's really interesting.
Closes next week, July 6th, and will reopen sometime in 2027. For some reason, a lot of people are up in arms about this because they don't want their Carousel of Progress ride to change, which is stupid. Okay? It's not that good of a ride. It's not that good of a ride, people. Let it change. Maybe it'll be better. Okay?
I think it's a great ride.
You don't care about this ride. I'm pointing at you, camera. This ride has never a wait time. It is just the amount of time the show takes. No one ever is in this ride. You don't care about it. You just like the idea of it. Let it change. Maybe it'll be better.
Oh, I know that they care about it. I know the camera cares about it. Deep in my heart, I know they're there with me. They're there with me. But I think it's going to be even better. I hope that it's going to be even better once Carousel of Progress gets that little renovation. Unless they include anything with generative AI, I'm not going to be a fan of that. We'll see what happens.
I'm feeling a type of way because of how people react to changes on Disney rides, which will go right into our next story, Carson. So I already had you watch it, and you were already well aware of it. But the thing that the internet, at least the theme park internet, is up in arms about is the recent change to the Disneyland version of Pirates of the Caribbean. So recently, I think this week, they added in a new animatronic with rear face projection, which is the same as the Frozen ride and the Seven Dwarfs Mine Train. And it's of a pirate taking a piece of gold out from the cursed treasure chest and turning into a skeleton. And this has caused quite the uproar in the theme park community of people saying they do not like it. And Carson, you were on that boat.
Rightfully so. Yes, I hate it. That's something I think that should stay the same, to be honest with you.
Most people feel that way, but hit me up. Why? Why do you think? Why? I'm curious.
Because that is such an iconic moment in the ride where you're finally seeing that lost treasure, and then the pirate captain just sitting there. I mean, he clearly was just so succumbed to his greed that he just could not leave that place, and so he died sitting like that with the gold. Like that's just such a good visual to have towards the end of the ride. And so to have them messing around like this with the new animatronic, with him having looking at it and then laughing and then ha ha ha, and then he just kind of goes back to a skeleton and then looks at it again. There's not I don't think we see much of the story because are they trying to follow what the movie did, which is like if the moonlight shows on him, then he goes back to being a skeleton. Is that the point of it?
I think it's like a reference to that, yeah.
Is it? Because I don't like that because they were still if they were going to do that, at the very least they should have just like gone for the grand slam and just done the whole entire body of the animatronic with it like standing up and looking at it and then turning back, or like doing something where it could walk a couple steps, turn into a skeleton in the moonlight, and then walk back and it'll be a human again.
Just something have magic. Like that's what you want. You just want them to have actual magic, so where they can turn the animatronic into a skeleton as it walks somehow. That's what you want. Okay, so we had a technical error there, folks, but we were talking about the Pirates ride. I'll tell you this. One, if they could do, I don't know how they would do it because I was thinking about how they would do. I love actually, I just watched the Pirates of the Caribbean movie with my wife the other day, and that era of CGI is, I think, peak CGI. It looks so good. I love the skeleton transformation. I think the best CGI is Davy Jones in like the second and third movie. I think he looks beautiful for a CGI creature.
I agree. You mean the movie?
Yeah.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. That was like, I remember that. I remember watching that too. I remember just being shocked at being like, this is a revolutionary like thing they're doing with Davy Jones right now. It's crazy.
Yeah, I think that like some CGI now looks so bad and that looks so good. I know it cost a fortune, but I missed that time. But the skeleton transition is one of my favorites in that movie. I think it's so cool. And I love like when Barbossa and Jack are fighting and they keep transforming back and forth. But I don't know how you would do that in like an actual ride. I don't know I know you can make the animatronic walk. I don't know how you can make it look like without like going in between a wall kind of thing. I'll tell you what, I like big swings. I'm a fan of like changing stuff. I'm a fan of seeing what works. Maybe if it was like Haunted Mansion, I'd feel a different type of way. But like, I'm a fan of both the Jurassic Park River Adventure and Jurassic World River Adventure. So I like big swings. This is a big swing. I like the idea of it. I'll tell you what, though, you did win me over a little bit with you described it as like the story tells itself. You already see him sitting there. He's already dead. His greed consumed him. I was like, that is a good point. I see where you're coming from. I like that angle of it. Like the story has already been told. You don't need the goofy kind of animatronic.
Yep.
And I'll be the first to say I don't love rear face projection. I don't really think it holds up, which is like kind of the animation technology there. But I do think for the time being, it's a great attempt. And I like the idea of like the transformation of the skeleton. And it also looks better in person. I've been told from people that have been there. But if you're in Disneyland and you're watching this video, let us know what you think.
Yes, I do like the attempt to. For me, it's a swing and a miss, but I do think that it's a good attempt at doing what you said, which is like trying to bring it some more life with the current tech that they have. It's just they didn't do it. It didn't land for me.
And people also, Pirates is also like, people treasure this ride, not to to make a pun, because it's classic, and so I can imagine people not wanting to change it. And I might feel a type of way if they added some kind of something I didn't like, the Haunted Mansion or something, but I like the swing. Moving on to the other parks, Carson, we got some. Also, this is a side note. When I went to the Disney site today to look for news, it was like halfway into the holidays, and I was like, "Don't take this away from me, Disney. Just let me enjoy my summer." I was like, I love Christmas, but let me rock up the summer for a bit.
I was thinking about that because I saw on Instagram, like those toy soldiers marching, those wooden toy soldiers marching in sync, and I was like, "Ooh, those are some crisp steps. I like that." But then I was like, they're probably just prepping people to prepare. Like they're probably doing it now so that people can prepare for it in the winter. That makes sense. But I'm right there with you. I'm like, wow, this is really early to see this.
Just let me rock for a little bit in the summer.
Christmas in July. Wait till July, right?
Hey, that's pretty much what they were doing though. They're like halfway. But speaking of early holidays, Halloween Horror Nights. If you're looking for some coverage, looking no further than tickets, please. You can go watch the video I released this week about Halloween Horror Nights. I gave 6 predictions for IP houses that I want to see, and then in another video I released 3 houses that like dream houses I don't think are likely, but ones I think would be really fun. But
it's a really good
since then. Oh yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. I want the Jurassic Park house very badly, but only time will tell.
That would be so cool.
Also, I forgot to mention, I put the Pirate of the Caribbean skeleton face behind me. So if you haven't seen it yet, you can look right there. But anyway, since I released those Halloween Horror Nights videos, which I realized you have to title HHN because otherwise TikTok and YouTube will restrict it. Very dumb.
Really? Is it because of copyright issues?
No, it's because of the word horror, which is.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. Because I did a little A/B testing, and that was the one word that threw them off. But I fixed it. But that's dumb.
That's ridiculous.
But anyway, 3 houses, non-IP, at least non-universal IP houses have been announced since then. Carson, we got Caged Cannibals, a haunted house. And we got Cybergoria, and we got Invasion Alien Abduction haunted house. So those are 3 of the non-IP based haunted houses that are coming to Halloween Horror Nights, at least Orlando this year. I think probably 2 of those will come to Hollywood, but I'm not 100% on that.
Yeah. I like the Alien Invasion one. I think that'd be a cool idea.
That is, in order of what I'm most interested in, is Alien, Cybergoria, Cannibals. Cannibals is like they pulled the name out of a hat.
Yeah.
They were like that one. I also keep, it's called Madlands Caged Cannibals, and I keep reading it as Madlands Caged Cannabis, which I know it is not, but that's what my brain won't come up with other things.
It's just a weed bar.
This is a weed. That's why I think it's because I live in the PNW and there's so many like weed shops that my brain is like, of course. But yeah, so I mean, the kind of self-explanatory. You got the cannibal house. The Cybergoria one is cool. It's like kind of futuristic gore. I think that's a neat idea that I don't really remember them doing before. I do like that. But if you know me at all, I love aliens, and so I'm really into the abducted one. I think that'd be really cool. Hopefully, our friend who will go unnamed because I don't want to blow up their spot will get a spot in that house, and then we can go see them because that would be excellent. But yeah,
you know who you are, and we're rooting for you.
Yes, and I just don't want to blow up your spot on this video, but we'll have you on the podcast again soon. Hint, hint. But that's the news for the week. Thank you for watching. This has been Tickets Please. Check out our July 4th special that is covering the Jaws ride, and keep in tune for more content coming soon. Thank you so much for watching.
Thanks, everyone.